Yo guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm just doing a quick little quarterly check-in since we're already a quarter through 2024. I kind of wanted to go over my TBR again because the last time I did this was way back in December. Some things have changed since then. Some things I've already blazed through as far as, reading. And there's some things that I've also added to the TBR since then as well, because I was pretty unsure what all I would be able to get to at the time. So I just want to go over that, let you guys know where I'm at, see how close I am to completing my goals, and yeah, just go over everything. And I'll probably do one of these things again halfway through the year. So sometime in June or July, probably talk about where I'm at with my reading. So without further ado, let's just get into it. So starting things off, whenever I did my video back in December, really the only things that I had talked about, I believe, were getting caught up with Red Rising, getting caught up with Stormlight, starting Sun Eater, and then continuing and hopefully finishing A Song of Ice and Fire. So as far as where I'm at with that, starting with Red Rising, because that's what I've been reading most recently, I'm just about caught up. I'm like nearly halfway through Lightbringer. So once I finish that, I'll be caught up and I can knock that off my list. I've also continued Stormlight, so I finished Words of Radiance a couple months ago, and I do plan to start Oathbringer next month. Throughout the summer, I'm going to be working on Oathbringer, and hopefully in the fall, start Rhythm of War. That way, I should be finished with Stormlight by the end of the year. Now, the two things that, are kind of out there so far are Song of Ice and Fire and Sun Eater. I have not continued A Song of Ice and Fire yet. That's still one that I have on my list. Don't know when I'm going to get to that exactly. I might try to read Feast for Crows sometime this summer. Maybe I should read the two books before I do move for the summer and just get through it. Maybe I should, but I don't have a strong want to read those at the moment. Like, I know I need to, just to continue with it and just cross it off my list. But those are ones that I'm not sure if I'm going to get to. I know I need to. I've been putting it off for way too long, but those are kind of on the back burner. I really, really want to start Sun Eater. In fact, I did put Empire of Silence on my TBR for this month, April. So I'm actually in the middle of reading Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. And then once I finish Dark Matter, I just picked up, because I'm like halfway through Lightbringer and I was getting a little burnt out, picked up Dark Matter just to kind of refresh myself, and hopefully once I'm finished with that, which I'm like also halfway through Dark Matter at the moment, and I started it like yesterday, so it's a really quick read. Once I finish that, get back into Lightbringer, conquer the last half of that, and then hopefully get into Sun Eater here soon. Now, as far as Sun Eater, there are 6 books out of that now, and all 6 of them are on my TBR. I guess I should mention that so far on my TBR for the year, things that I've read and things I haven't read yet, just my list of things to read for the year, is sitting currently at 26 books. So we'll see if that goes up by the halfway point of the year. There was definitely some things I didn't expect to put on there just yet, but they're there anyway. And I have 5 out of 26 books done so far this year, so that's like just about a fifth of the way through, which I guess is not bad. 20%, and we're in April, so I don't think that's that bad. So as far as reading Sun Eater, I think my plan for that is to kind of maybe alternate books. I know that I'm really going to want to get into it here. Hopefully read the first book um, by the end of the month, and have that finished so that I can dedicate May to reading Oathbringer, because that's going to take up a lot of time. Um, and between, Sun Eater and Stormlight, I might want something just a little bit smaller, just to read and get through. So then, with that, I have Conqueror series, or the Genghis series by Connie Goulden. There's 5 books of that. That has also since been added to my list, because that's one that I did really want to get to this year as well. So just to clarify, because I know I'm kind of all over the place, when I made the video talking about my TBR for this year a few months ago, all that was on it was the rest of A Song of Ice and Fire, Stormlight, Sun Eater, and Red Rising. Those were the only things I had on my list. Since then, I have added, like I said, Genghis series. I've added Dark Matter, which I'm reading currently. A few things I did want to talk about. Now that we have an official release date for the 3rd book of the Bloodsworn saga, that has also skyrocketed up my TBR as well. For the longest time, we didn't know exactly when the book was coming out. It could have even have been next year, and it still might be. Release dates aren't exactly concrete, but as of right now, it looks like that's supposed to be coming out in October. So I have that on my list towards the end of the year. Also, quite a while ago, I had added Covenant of Steel by Anthony Ryan to the list as well. I really did want to read that, and I still have an urge to read it, but that's just one that is kind of there as kind of a backup, just in case I did want to start it, but there are other priorities I have, so I might not get to it. But we'll see. It's just kind of there. My interest in it was a lot higher when I originally put it on the list. But I'm interested in reading it for sure. There's other things that are more important to me. And then one of the things I added to the list a while ago was also Final Assembly, which I was sent and I did read already. So that's how, all things considered, all these series I'm mentioning, it all adds up to being 26 books, and 5 of which I've already read this year. I know this video is kind of all over the place. I apologize. I'm just kind of hoping that I can look back on this video and it makes sense to me, and you guys are just kind of listening to me ramble. But essentially, to sum everything up, in the remaining 8 months of the year, on my list to read, I still have 2 books of Stormlight Archive. I'm trying to get through the final book of, well, not the final book, but the last book I need to get caught up of, Red Rising. I still have to read the final Bloodsworn, read all of Sun Eater, and then read all of the Genghis series, again by Connie Goulden. And then Covenant of Steel is just kind of there to be there, not one that I'm actually planning on getting to, but I might. And then, of course, finally finishing A Song of Ice and Fire. That's really all I have for the rest of the year, and we're making good progress. I'm obviously not somebody who has a very strict TBR. I just kind of make the TBR, add stuff to it, take stuff away, just hoping that I get to it at some point. But I'm definitely trying to do a bit of a blend of, TBR type stuff, but also mood reading. If there's something I want to read, I'll read it. I don't want to subject myself to reading something I'm not currently interested in. I'd rather read something that I'm currently fond of, which is something that I kind of have a problem with. I feel like I have to strictly stick to the TBR, but it's like, reading should be fun. It's my personal hobby. I'm not being held at gunpoint to read a book, you know what I mean? I should be able to read whatever I want to read in the moment. I guess it's just sort of this OCD completionist kind of mentality that I have with it. But I'm trying to blend the two, try to read what I want, but sort of stick to this assortment that I've set out for myself. Anyways, that's going to be about it. I mean, I know this is a short video of me just kind of rambling, but it is what it is. Just kind of wanted to talk about my reading plans for the rest of the year, and like I said, everything that I have accomplished so far this year. Let me know what your guys' plans are for the rest of the year as far as your reading. Any big projects you have, any big books you still have to conquer. Let me know in the the comments. Or you can let me know on Discord. Join the server in the description below. It's pretty cool. We would love to have you. And yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.